Welcome to the Frugal Forest.
What you're about to see is a rainforest that's made completely out of stuff that was headed for the dump.
Even the sounds you hear are made from rubbish.
We welcome you to take a seat while your eyes adjust to the darkness. And when you feel ready, come and explore the forest.
Take me back a bit. Where did the idea for this Frugal Forest as an art installation come from?
It came from thinking about how we live in a world of finite resources, and ever since the Industrial Revolution we've been turning those resources into problematic waste. And right now, zero waste as a way of operating seems like an impossible prospect. But looking at an ecosystem like a forest, there's a working model of a zero waste system, which is treating every bit of waste as an opportunity for something new. There is no dump in a forest. Everything is cycled endlessly back through the system, and the only constant input is power from the sun. And I think there are so many lessons to be learned from that. So the project began with wondering how to design a process where everybody who contributed could see the final beauty of the thing they made, and then it in turn became a part of something larger. Aiming for accuracy is important in this project because what we're trying to represent is a functioning system, and the reason that it functions is because of the intricacy of how everything works and works together.
So Brian, you've been using some specialist knowledge for this project?
Yeah, we've had wetland ecologists and botanists and biologists.
Flowers and shapes and structures of plants.
I'll pass it around, have a feel of the leaves.
Once we introduce the salvage materials, of course they're going to go sideways. I think a full coat won't work so well, it'll crack. But if we start with close observation, it's going to make more sense.
Pretending I'm a bird, choosing the right sticks to go in the right places.
We've been collecting from the local dump and from households contributing specific materials. We set up a collection cart at the local library, and as people have heard about it, they've started to contact us and say, can you take 200 yellow pages or a sack of old socks?
I'm going to put them in different buckets.
Here's all the pots that we've been washing to make our palm trees out of. Take me through some of the things that we've found in the forest floor.
There were some curtains, there was some school uniforms and t-shirts, and I think I cut up some pyjama pants. A whole lot of different things.
If there's one thing I would like people to take away from the project, it's a dawning appreciation for resources.
It is just amazing how versatile materials are and what they can be used for.
The rubbish pile.
Nice one.
Can I do the rubbish pile?
Okay.
It started as a handful of Papenborough women, and over the 3 years it's grown so that we've run workshops in 8 council regions across the mid-north coast. The youngest people we've worked with have been around 3 and the oldest 88, I think, and all sorts in between.
I love it because it's the overall effect it should have on people.
We've been making shadow puppet shows as a way to illustrate the idea of a zero waste system, a food web in a forest. We've done craft workshops and made short films.
The inspiration
Yes,
you can
that's the
have
word.
to see that rubbish and see it
Into
something, yes.
And I can tell you something else, it's quite good fun.
We've had an amazing composer, Ray Howell, and she's been making an entire soundscape out of waste items as well. So, for instance, rubbing two bottle tops together to get the sound of crickets, or someone opening and shutting an old umbrella to get the sound of bats flapping. And so we're hoping to represent the passing of a day in a rainforest. She's been working with a few other artists to compile a soundtrack.
I think the best part of all for me was the process. It enabled me to be completely immersed in the sounds of the forest.
It's kind of complex. Chat too.
There was at times very comical moments in recording. You're right. Yeah. It was exactly like that. Where we were laughing, we had fits of laughter at what we were recording. The sounds that we were making through all sorts of, from different materials.
Yeah, I think so.
Sound designer Sam Petty took Ray Howell's composition and split it so that it could be played through a surround sound system.
This is our dawn chorus.
To give the effect of birds in distant trees or things rustling nearby, thunder rolling across the landscape. There's a growing army of contributors on all kinds of levels, making various components, whether it's leaf litter, plants, big palms, vines, fungi, and we're hoping to represent all the niches in a working ecosystem. We're hoping that the first impression really is that you're looking at a plant, but then when you look closer you see that it's made of old coffee cups, odd socks, house paint, baling twine for the fruits, and then up the top we have x-rays for the fronds. People have been involved, they can walk through it and see something that they've made themselves, and they understand something about the process and the level of detail and effort and the labours of love that have gone into it.
Are you in there?
Oh yeah, I am.
Can you come say hello? Oh, hi.
What are you doing, sewing the inside?
Sewing the skin onto the structure.
We've had some amazing contributors. We've had a lighting artist who's made a setting sun for us, which you can see in the corner, so this golden sun.
Yeah.
And then also the night sky starting to appear with stars.
So that's what it's called, is it the circular economy? It's using, reusing and reusing, hopefully for perhaps an infinite number of times.
Exactly.
Do you find that people suddenly reach some sort of light bulb moment about what you could do with stuff that we previously considered to be rubbish?
I think we've seen some light bulbs, yeah. There's so much potential in the materials that we treat as waste, and if we had the time to explore that we might uncover all kinds of possibility. Okay, so it's been 3 years, but we've made it. We're here.
What has made me so excited to see the incredibly fantastic work that's being done here, and just incredible to see how Frugal Forest as an exhibition is so perfect in the way it inspires, I'm sure, people of all ages, kids and adults, who I'm sure are going to walk away from this tonight feeling that there is hope.
It was fantastic. The patience, the work and the fortitude and people being involved is something really that's world class.
Oh, it was wonderful, absolutely wonderful, and it's just magical for children.